हेलो फ्रेंड्स। आज है 11 जुलाई 2020 और स्टैट इन्वेस्टर आपके लिए लेके आया है सेल का एनालिसिस। सबसे पहले तो स्टील प्राइसेस की डिपेंडेंसी और उसकी हिस्ट्री देख लेते हैं। Steel prices are on decline recently. If you see graph of 2018, the steel was in the bull market. If you see 2 years before, Steel Authority of India was trading at 80 rupees and now it is in the 30s. This is like more than 50% correction. Let us see whether this correction is justified or not. Quarter 4 sales as well as financial year sales are down by around 10%, but profit before tax has shot up by 6 to 7 times, and so profit after tax is uh, more than expected. Even for the financial year, which the company was making losses for the first 3 quarters, even though sales are down by 10%. Let us see what is happening. Production figure in tons, it is stable. It has not changed over the financial year. When it comes to sale in million tons, it has gone up, but price sales have gone down by 10%. So how has the company raised or got the same profit as last year? The big jump is majorly due to valuation changes. What does that mean is government has re-allowed certain low-grade steel to be considered as inventory, which it had disallowed, and Steel Authority of India and several other companies had to write off that inventories. Now they have written back to the book, and this has led to lower cost of goods sold. This is a one-time impact and this is not going to repeat. So this contribution will not come next quarter and next financial year. So the losses are expected to be continued. Cost or benefits are going to recur. Price have increased, so that will benefit, but going further, these are dependent variables. We have to see COVID impact, which was 772 crore. Next quarter it is going to be very big, and this gives us a picture that next quarter is going to be very negative, and the situation may improve at the end of the year. But right now this one quarter is not a representation of what is going to happen in this financial year. So look at FY16 and look at FY20. The cash profit graph has gone up like a high growth company. So this does not happen usually in a public sector enterprise. This should be good enough for somebody to buy this stock because cash profits are rising despite falling global steel prices, despite the economic downturn. This gives us a good picture whether the company is improving or not. This is a very important thing. Blast furnace productivity is going up, and for this financial year it has shot up more than 10% or nearly 10%, which tells us that this company is improving. Now these are green metrics, that is for the long-term sustainability of the business. The emissions are coming down in the long run, so is the CO2 emission. So waste management is good, and water consumption is one thing that has gone up this year. So manpower productivity, another good metric of how the company is utilizing resources, is going up constantly. So let us see, is the company using cash effectively? Because it's a capital intensive business, capital has to be deployed at the right places in right amount. Sales borrowing are on long-term upmove at around 10% per annum. So are the borrowing costs. The debt to equity ratio has gone up from 0.69 to 1.36 in the last 5 years, which is quite high. Where is this money going? It is going into capacity expansion. The target for the company is to go from 15 million ton per annum to 20 million ton per annum. Now, which plants are having more money and which are less, and why does it make company more efficient? Let us see. So plant efficiency factor, profit per unit asset allocation. So Bhilai plant is the most efficient, and Durgapur and ISCO, they are West Bengal plants and they are the least efficient. So The company is expanding capacity majorly in Bhilai steel plant, which is almost 70-80%. Durgapur steel plant is and ISP, that is the Asansol steel plant, are not getting much expansion, which is going to make the company more efficient and which is an efficient utilization of resources. The most important thing is whether to invest in sale or not. Cash profits are rising because uh, the capacity expansion is going to add to the efficiency in the future. Then productivity improvements are going to reduce costs. Dividends are almost secure. Improvement in steel prices down the line. Till then, good dividends are not a bad thing. Downside is the losses are going to continue. First, due to the COVID situation, then the global steel prices, they are not certain to improve. Durgapur and ISCO are a lag on the company. I don't know how much time will that take to generate profits. The company is having high debt. That is a negative thing, but there are a lot of positive thing and the price justifies buying. So who can and should buy this stock? The one with the long-term horizon. It can be retirement fund or it can be 7-year investment. The one with patience, because this is a volatile stock and this is a volatile market. The one who is happy with 1 to 4% dividends. The one who can ride one steel cycle to get the best profits. So that's it from my end. If you like the video, please press the like button, and if you have any questions, please shout out in the comment box. Thank you very much and have a nice day.